The female prisoner caught sight of a bolt on the table leg. A wild idea of escape instantly flashed through her mind. She suddenly flipped her tray onto the floor. As expected, the guard yelled at her to clean it up, so she crouched down, and in the blind spot of his view, quietly reached for the bolt. But the cunning guard still sensed something was wrong. He stepped toward her slowly. At the last second, another inmate poured boiling porridge onto his arm, and screamed in pain, claiming he was burned. The guard's attention shifted immediately. The woman gritted her teeth with all her strength, and finally unscrewed the stubborn bolt. She thought everything was perfect, but on the way back to her cell she triggered an alarm. The sharp siren rang through the hall. The cafeteria had long been fitted with metal detectors. As a new prisoner she never knew. Dark gun barrels pointed straight at her. The guards closed in. One of them swept a scanner from head to toe. The bolt was hidden in her sock. As the scanner neared her ankle, her heart felt like it would burst from her chest. In fact, the woman was a top engineer, but she committed robbery in the street. The victim, trembling, handed her $1 million in cash, but she only sneered and tossed the money into the air. She told him coldly to call the police. Soon she was sentenced to 25 years for robbery, yet she stayed calm, because it was all part of her plan. Not long before, her daughter was bullied by a rich heir. When she fought back, she was framed and accused of murder. She begged with evidence in hand, but the judge ignored her. The rich heir trampled her dignity, because he was from the Qian family, controlling the court, even manipulating the whole system. The woman finally understood. Law could never give her justice. She had to go to prison herself, so she went to a tattoo shop, had the full prison blueprint carved on her back, then staged a robbery, waiting for the police to take her in. She had calculated a 25-year sentence would place her in the same prison as her daughter. The guards sneered. Most prisoners die before finishing their terms, but the woman was unmoved. By then her daughter was on the verge of collapse, even ready to end her life. The mother arrived just in time, stopping her desperate leap. The daughter was shocked, asking why she was there. The woman only said they would escape together. The daughter trembled with fear. This was the most secure prison in the world. No one had ever escaped alive. To her it was suicide. Her only wish was for her mother to survive. But her mother's reply was firm. If her daughter was gone, she had no reason to live. To give her hope again, the woman confessed she was the prison's designer. She remembered every detail. Even after 20 years it was clear in her mind. She stripped off her clothes, revealing the tattooed map on her back. The key to escape was a single bolt. She staged the tray accident and went for it, but it was tight as steel. She barely got it out, almost caught by the guard. She cleverly used the chopstick in her hair to cover it, fooling the inspection. Finally she smuggled the bolt back to her cell. There she began grinding it down. Just then the prison's top gang boss was released from solitary. Without her support, escape was doomed. The woman spoke plainly, saying she was here only for her daughter, but the boss sneered, saying it was suicide, even threatening to report her. The woman had already investigated her. She knew the boss was a fool for love, serving 20 years for her husband. The woman tore her illusion apart, telling her the husband had remarried and abandoned their sick daughter. The truth came quickly. The man showed up with his new wife, announcing he would remarry in 3 days. Their sick daughter was dying with no money for treatment. The boss broke down, finally agreeing to join forces. At the same time, the daughter nearly suffered assault from prison bullies. The mother fought